Another video on what I'm going to do with the macerated fruit that I was given that had been used to make some flavoured gin. So it's quite a lot of it, and I decided that I'd make some jam, and it worked quite well making jam. And then I kind of thought the way it tastes a little bit like Christmassy. Those kind of Christmassy kind of flavours. Oh, I should have more lights on here. So it's like Christmassy flavours. I kind of thought, well, maybe we can use the fruit in a Christmas cake type of thing. So like a heavy fruit, not sponge, but like cake. A spongy, well, as like a wedding cake, Christmas cake type of thing. Well, kind of the type that we have in the UK. I don't know about the rest of the world. So I've squeezed. There was quite a bit of juice, and I didn't want that juice going into the cake, so I've squeezed the excess amount of juice from those fruits, and there's quite a lot of juice that kind of came out. And I've only used the cherries, chopped the cherries up, and the blueberries. So I kind of squeezed the blueberries and then kind of squeezed the juice out of them. So I kind of squeezed them, but as you kind of look, they look like raisins and sultanas and that type of thing. So there is 2 pounds of fruit. That's that weight after it was drained, and then we're going on a 4-egg cake mixture. So it's soft brown sugar, which is not the stuff that you put in coffee, but that stuff. So dark brown, soft sugar. So it's kind of squeegee to the touch, and you wouldn't put that in your coffee. Well, maybe you would. But it's primarily used for baking. So it's 4 ounces of it's 8 ounces of sugar, 8 ounces of butter, and then 8 ounces of self-raising flour, the type that they use the flour in cakes, and then it's 2 pounds of fruit and 4 eggs, and a zest of a lemon, and a half a teaspoon of mace and a half a teaspoon of cinnamon. And I was kind of thinking, I was looking at the recipe. It's an old recipe that the family use, and I was looking how much cake mixture there is, and I was kind of thinking I was just going to make one cake, but that looks like it's going to make 2 loaf tins, so, or maybe just one big cake, but I think we'll do loaf tins because it'll cook a little bit better. So usual method for making a cake: cream the butter and the sugar, drop in the eggs one at a time, and then fold in and then mix in the flour, and then it's got a bit of lemon zest in there as well, and then I've thrown in the spices as well. So it's normally a mixture of fruits like raisins and sultanas, and then some cherries and all that kind of stuff, but I'm not going to do a mixture. I'm just going to do the fruit, like this fruit, and see how it turns out. I don't know, I think the fruit, like currants and raisins and sultanas, there's not that much difference in flavour, I don't kind of think. And then cherries as well, so, well, Glace cherries, but I'm just going to use the fruit that's been used in the gin. So I think it'll make a nice Christmas cake. And when were we in? September, October. Are we in October yet? Are we still in September? I can't remember. I think we're in October. Are we in October? I don't know. I should know. I can't remember. The days just kind of, well, the months and weeks just kind of blend into themselves at the moment, don't they? Because I'm not fully back at work yet. I'm half back at work, but not fully back at work. I know when I'm working, which I think is the only important thing, you know, and I know what days I go to yoga, and I know when it's the weekend and all that kind of stuff, but do I know what month it is? Nope. Anyway, so that's all nicely mixed, and then I've double lined these 2 loaf tins with baking parchment. So I'll fill one. I'm not going to see what happens. As if we're going to do 1 or we're going to do 2, but I think we'll do 2. It takes a long time to cook cakes like this. We're going to leave them for hours and hours and hours. It's not like half an hour when you cook a. Maybe I'm just going to do 1. It's not like a normal cake that's in for half an hour, 40 minutes. They're in for a long time. So this is kind of quite interesting. we'll correct any faults later. It's not, they don't rise up in the same type of way. It might just be incredible waste what I'm doing, but we'll soon find out. And maybe I should have mixed the fruit with some of the flour as well, but I didn't do that. It'll be fine. If it sinks to the bottom, it doesn't matter. I'm more bothered about the taste of it all. I'll eat it anyway. So, yeah, we'll do two. We won't cram it into one. And then I was supposed to look at the time, the temperature. I think it's, I think you started off quite low. Maybe I should check. I'll pause and I'll check. Start it off on gas mat 2, which is 150 degrees. I don't know what that is in the other temperature that people use. I'm sure you can all work that out for yourselves. We all have Google. If we have the internet, we have Google or something similar, or it will be in old cookery books. But we're all adults here, and we can work things out for ourselves. So, spread those out in the oven for, I think it said 3 hours at 150 degrees. We'll see how they turn out. It'll take a long time. I'm imagining that it might take upwards of 5 or 6 hours, something like that, but we'll see. We'll wing it, as always. Actually, on a side note, I have tasted a bit of the cake mixture, because I'm still a child at heart, and it tastes just like this cake mixture of a Christmas cake. So I have high hopes for this. It's so delicious. Alright, it's gonna make a nice Christmas cake, I think. But we'll see. We'll find out. I think the cake's ready. Let's have a look. The fruit has certainly stuck to the stage at the top. That's fine, and it's coming away from the sides, which means I don't want to cook it any longer, because I think that will mean that it will start drying it out too much. So we'll let those cool, and then we'll have a look. They need 3 months to mature, but we'll take when they've cooled, we'll take them out of the paper, and then we'll be able to have a bit of a look. And then the idea is that we wrap them in some fresh greaseproof paper, and then put them in an airtight container for 3 months until Christmas. So this will be part 1 of a video. So we won't actually know if it actually works. But I might just take a slice off the end and taste it. And then we'll get an idea if it's going to be nice or not. But there we go. Looks like they're a success. And another use for the fruit that comes out of infused gin. Have a look. So we will save that second bit of paper to wrap it up. It's not as deep as I would have liked. I think for those low tins, that size, I think it needs to be a 3-egg mix. But we live and learn, don't we? First time I've made Christmas cake, or heavy fruit loaf like this. Shouldn't really be cutting into it. That looks alright, isn't it? Fruit's sunk a little bit, so that's alright. I'm going to say that's a success. I should have just did the fruit with a bit of flour before I mixed it in with the cake mixture. If I'm honest. But taste-wise, that's all I was really bothered about. And it's not as if I'm selling the cake or I'm giving it away. I'm going to be eating it myself in 3 months' time. So it needs 3 months to mature in a airtight container. So just an old biscuit tin. But it's not. I don't know why it's called. I don't know why I call it a biscuit tin. There's no tin involved. So onto a fresh piece of baking parchment, well, the piece that I used there, and then we'll wrap up there, wrap up there. Fold edges like that. Maybe I should have done it the other way. Should have done it the other way. So I'll do it like that. And then we'll have a look at it in 3 months' time. Or when I'm hungry and I want some cake and there's no other sweet things in the house, which is generally how it works, if I'm honest. So, that. And we'll do the other one as well. Now I remember how to do it. So yeah, don't waste the fruit. If you're going to make infused gin, turn it into cake. Or the other video that I made was jam, and quite successful. Mixed fruit jam it was as well. And that. My mum always puts a bit of whiskey or brandy in. I'm not going to, because the whiskey and brandy gets drunk in my house. It doesn't go in cake. That like that. Like that. Oh, okay. The cake's not big enough. Let's cut a bit of cake. I'll have to eat that bit. Not a shame, eh? See, that looks good, doesn't it? Oh. From wasted fruit that most people would throw away, you've got 2 bites of the cherry, which doesn't happen very often, if I'm honest. Generally, when you use something to infuse the flavour of gin, it nicks all the flavour of the fruit, and there's no flavour left in the fruit to do anything else with. But in this case, we get 2 bites of the cherry, which is a winner. And if I was making the gin myself, I would have got to drink the gin as well, or throw it away. So, airtight container, and then just somewhere relatively cool, you know, out the way, so you're not tempted to eat it. There we go. We'll see what it's like in 3 months' time.